Hi students, in the last class we learned about different compartments of the alimentary canal or the digestive system of human beings. Today we are going to learn the digestion in grass eating animals. How digestion takes place in grass eating animals. How digestion takes place in grass eating animals. Can you name some grass eating animals? Yes, we know that. We can see from our surroundings cow. The grass eating animals are cow, buffalo, goat, ox, etc. are eating grass for their survival or for getting energy. Then have you observed cows, buffaloes, and other grass-eating animals chewing continuously? Have you observed that? They are chewing continuously. They are chewing continuously even when they are not eating. Have you observed? Yes. Why they are chewing continuously? For finding these, first of all, we learn what is rumen. What is rumen? Rumen means the grass-eating animals. They quickly swallow the grass. And store it in a part of the stomach. So it is called rumen. The grass-eating animals like cows, buffaloes, goats, etc. They quickly swallow the grass and store it in a part of the stomach. Are called rumen. Then the rumen possess cellulose digesting bacteria. The rumen possess cellulose digesting bacteria, which breaks down the cellulose digesting bacteria present in rumen breaks down the food by fermentation, by the process fermentation. Once again, what is rumen? The grass-eating animals like cow, buffalo, goat are quickly swallow the food and store it as a part of the stomach. Store it in a part of the stomach. Once again, what is rumen? The grass-eating animals like cows, buffaloes, goats, etc. quickly swallowing the grass and store it in a part of the stomach. Are called rumen. That stored food is called rumen. Okay. Then this rumen possess cellulose digesting bacteria. Cellulose digesting bacteria. These cellulose digesting bacteria breaks down the food by fermentation. Cellulose digesting bacteria breaks down the food by fermentation. All of you understood? What is rumen? The grass-eating animals quickly swallow grass and fermentation. Break down the food by fermentation. Next, then this rumen is a partially digested food. This rumen, partially digested food or grass present in the rumen of cow is called cud. Partially digested food is called cud. Partially digested food is called cud. Partially digested food. Partially digested food is called cud. C-U-D, cud. Okay. Then later the cud returns. Have you observed that the grass-eating animals swallow chewing every time? They are chewing every time because after the partially digested food, that is cud, later the cud returns into the mouth. In a small lumps, and the animal chewing. Small lumps and the grass-eating animals chew it. Once again, later the cud returns into the mouth. Later the cud returns into the mouth. Returns into the mouth. Once again, later the partially digested food, that is cud. The cud returns into the mouth. And the animal chew it. And the animal chew it. And the animal chew it. This process is called the chewing of these animals every time. This process is called rumination. The partially digested food, that is the cud. Later the cud returns into the partially digested food, that is cud. Later the cud returns into the mouth and the animal chew it. This process is called the continuous chewing takes place in the mouth of grass-eating animals. This process is called rumination. These type of animals are called ruminants. These type of animals are called ruminants. The ruminants means the grass-eating animals. In grass-eating animals, rumination takes place. So these animals are called ruminants. All of you understood what is rumination? Rumination means the cud returns into the mouth of grass-eating animals and these animals chew it every time. This process is called rumination. And the rumination takes place in grass-eating animals. Such animals are called ruminants. Then next one is rumination means ayadurakuda. Next one is, we know that the cow, buffaloes, goat, ox, etc. are eating grass. This grass contains cellulose. The grass contains cellulose. Then cellulose is a type of carbohydrate. Then many animals like human beings and other carnivores do not digest cellulose. Humans cannot digest cellulose. In your textbooks, a question is given that is, why we cannot digest cellulose like the We cannot. That means the humans. Why human beings digest cellulose like the cattle do? Why? Because in human beings, there is in the body of human beings, in the body of human beings, there is no cellulose digesting bacteria. There is no cellulose digesting bacteria. Cellulose digesting bacteria in human beings. In the body of human beings, there is no cellulose digesting bacteria. So the human beings cannot digest cellulose like the cattle do. So in human beings, there is rumination is not takes place. Okay, all of you understood? Then ruminants have a large sac-like structure. A large sac-like structure is present. That structure is named as cecum. എന്താ പറയുക? Cecum. Ruminants have a big sac-like structure. Have a large sac-like structure is situated in between small intestine and large intestine. It is called that large sac-like structure is called cecum. All of you understood why human beings cannot digest cellulose or cannot digest cellulose as the cattle do? Because in the body of human beings there is no cellulose digesting bacteria. In the plants, in the grass and the plants, there is lots of rich in cellulose. Cellulose is a type of carbohydrate. So the human beings cannot digest the cellulose present in the plant. Okay, plant foods. Then cecum means the sac-like structure, the large sac-like structure present in ruminants. It is situated in between small intestine and large intestine. It is situated in between small intestine and large intestine. All of you understood how the digestion is taking place in grass-eating animals? Yes, we know that. We observed that the grass-eating animals like cow, buffaloes, goat, ox, etc. are chewing every time because even when they are not eaten. Why? They in grass-eating animals there is rumination takes place. The grass-eating animals like cow, buffalo, goat, etc. Swallow the grass and store it in a part of stomach. It is called rumen. Then the partially digested food is called cud. Later the cud returns into the mouth. And the animals chew it. This process is called rumination. These type of animals are called ruminants. What do you mean by rumen? First of all, rumen, then rumination, then ruminants, then cud. Ruminants, then cud. Then next, cellulose. We know that cellulose is rich in grass. Cellulose is a type of carbohydrate. Then, what do you mean by rumen? The grass-eating animals quickly swallow the grass in a part of stomach. It is called rumen. What do you mean by rumination? Sorry. Then next one is cud. What is cud? The partially digested food is called food in grass-eating animals is called cud. Then later the cud is returns or come back into the mouth and the animals chew it. This process is called rumination. Then that type of animals are called ruminants. Okay, all of you understood? Then next we move on to how digestion and feeding and digestion takes place in amoeba. Feeding and digestion takes place in amoeba. Feeding and digestion feeding and digestion in amoeba. Feeding and digestion in amoeba. There is a rough picture of amoeba. Okay, suppose this is an amoeba. Amoeba is a single-celled organism. Amoeba is a single-celled organism. Single-celled microorganism. Single-celled microscopic. Amoeba is a microscopic single-celled organism found in pond water. Pond waters. Amoeba is a microscopic single-celled organism found in pond water. Then amoeba has a cell membrane. Amoeba has a cell membrane. Then amoeba has a cell membrane. A round dense nucleus is present in amoeba. A round dense nucleus is present in amoeba. Then we can see many bubble-like structure present on many bubble-like structure present on amoeba's body. Many bubble-like structure that is vacuoles present in the cytoplasm of amoeba. Then amoeba constantly changes. Amoeba constantly changes its shape and position. Amoeba constantly changes its shape and position. It pushes. The amoeba pushes one or more finger-like projections. These finger-like projections are called pseudopodia. Oh, this is called a food vacuole. Vacuoles. This is called a pseudopodia or false feet. It helps. The pseudopodia helps for the movement and capturing of food. First of all, once again, amoeba is a microscopic single-celled organism. Found in pond water. Amoeba has a cell membrane. Then rounded dense nucleus is present. And many small bubble-like structure can be seen in the cytoplasm. Many small bubble-like structures present in the cytoplasm. And also the amoeba pushes out one or more finger-like projections. These projection is called pseudopodia or false feet. This pseudopodia or false feet helps amoeba for the movement and also it helps for the capturing of food. The pseudopodia helps amoeba for the movement and for moving or it helps to capturing the food. Pseudopodia, false feet is nucleus. This is nucleus. Pseudopodia, food vacuoles. Then, if the amoeba senses the food particle is nearer to amoeba, if the amoeba senses the food is nearer, it pushes out one or more finger-like projections. It pushes the pseudopodia. And engulf it. It capture the food nearer to the pseudopodia and it enter into the body of amoeba and it digested inside the body of amoeba. And ingested the waste food. Ingested the waste through the pseudopodia, through the other side of the pseudopodia. Okay. Once again about the amoeba. Amoeba is a single-celled single-celled organism present or found in pond water. Amoeba has a dense round nucleus is present inside the body of amoeba. Then it pushes out and then many bubbles like structure can be present inside the body of amoeba. These are called vacuoles. Then it pushes out one or more finger-like projections. These are finger-like projection is called pseudopodia or false feet. The pseudopodia helps the amoeba for the movement and capturing the food. If the amoeba senses the food is nearer, the pseudopodia engulf the food and engulf the food and then the food entering into the body of amoeba and it digests inside the body and digested through a food vacuole. Okay, digested waste through this pseudopodia. That's all present to study. That's all in this chapter. So once again, what all things we learn in this chapter? We learn about nutrition in animals. The nutrition takes place in different types of animals like starfish, then python, etc. like that. Then we learn about digestion in humans. Then we learn about the different compartments of the alimentary canal, mouth, buccal cavity, then esophagus or food pipe. Then we learn about the stomach, then small intestine, large intestine, the large intestine, small intestine, large intestine. The last one is the last compartment is the anus. Then today we learn about the digestion, how the digestion takes place in grass-eating animals. We learn about rumination, about cud, then rumen. Then we learned about why human beings cannot digest cellulose like the cattle do. Then we learn about how digestion and feeding takes place in amoeba. All of you understood this lesson? If you have any doubt, call me or call me. Then all of you listen. Here I write 2 questions for you. All of you write it in your science diary and answer it. Then take a photo and send it to me. First question. Why human beings cannot digest food? Why human beings cannot digest cellulose? We cannot digest cellulose like the cattle do. Second question. Why the animals cannot chew food properly? Why the animals cannot chew food properly? At the time that they take it. First question, why human beings cannot digest cellulose like the cattle do? Second question, why the animals cannot chew food properly at the time that they take it? At the time they take it. Sorry, at the time they take it. Why the animals cannot chew food properly at the time they take it in. Okay, all of you write these 2 questions in your science notebook and answer it. Take a photo of the answer and send it to me. All of you understood this lesson? Okay, thank you.